Hi guys, today I'll be showing you how to get the Galaxy AI features which is on my Samsung S24 Ultra in your phone, that too for absolutely free, $0. So now, before we actually start that, my name is Leela Shankar. I'm an international growth hacker and an entrepreneur, and my job is to actually grow companies with the help of technology, psychology, and marketing. And as part of this, I've been using AI tools since more than 2-3 years at this point of time. And every time there's a new AI thing hits the market, I'll be one of the first users to actually test it out so that I can use that in my own company or in my clients' companies and everything like that. Right now, quickly jumping to the topic of the video, let me actually go to the settings over here, and in the settings you can actually go ahead and go to this advanced features where you'll actually find advanced intelligence. And if you go inside that, these are the list of AI features that Samsung Galaxy S24 series actually have. And before we actually come over here, I want to also show you one more thing. So we have something called as circle to search for by Google. If I just circle over here, Google will actually show me the results, search results. I can also use it to copy text. If I go back again, I can press on my home screen and just say like this. I can actually copy the text over here, or I can translate and everything that I can do. But again, this is not a new feature, guys. This is the old feature in a new form, or in a new clothes, or a new way of interaction. This is called a search screen function, which is already there in Google Assistant already. So if you go to Play Store over here, just go ahead and search Google Assistant and then just install it. Right, I'm gonna go to the same phone over here again, and then I'm gonna trigger my Google Assistant. As you can see, there's an option called a search screen. If I just do search screen over here, it actually searches the entire screen, and the only difference is it selects the entire screen at once. I can just dial it down whatever I want to actually search, and as you can see, there's the same Google results if I search the same thing, if I selected the same thing on the screen. And again, you can actually copy whatever you want to over here, the copy text, and paste it and do whatever it is. And one more additional feature is that you can even translate this directly in whatever language that you want to, obviously. Right, so this is the same feature, guys. You just have to activate the Google Assistant and do search on screen instead of just holding the button and circling it. I think this is much more intuitive than circling it, but yeah, they just did that, and of course a lot of phones will also get this feature in the future. Awesome. Now that out of the way, let me actually close this and go back here. And the first thing is phone. Get real-time translation during voice calls. This is a really good feature. It's not 100% accurate, but it's really good. As of now, we don't have any other app that actually does this feature. So kudos to Samsung for actually implementing that in real time, and that's only possible because it has an inbuilt NPU or neural processing unit in which Google Nano is already being installed. So it's a on device thing. That's why it can actually do real-time translation. But apart from that, we have something called as text calls or big speed text calls, where if someone calls me, I can just say text call, and then my AI assistant or my AI voice will actually talk to the person out there, and whatever the other person speaks will be translated into text, and you can actually chat or or do the call screening in text. Right, so that is a pretty good feature. If you want to get that feature, especially if you're from India, there's another app called as Truecaller over here. Truecaller is an app where if you actually pay the premium version of it, which is very reasonable, 150 rupees per month, you will actually get call screening feature with their AI tones. Right, they have a couple of AI characters, both male and female, and whatever call comes, you can actually have a button to actually go ahead and screen it, so that AI will actually screen it and will give you. Right, we already have apps for doing that. Right, apart from that, the Samsung keyboard. Let me go to my WhatsApp so that I can actually show you the Samsung keyboard. Let me change it. Right now I'm having Microsoft Shift keyboard. Yeah, now this is the Samsung keyboard, and here I can actually type anything. Let's say hi, how are you doing? And now if I go into 3 stars over here, there are 3 options for it. The first one is that I can actually check spelling and grammar of this. Hi, how are you doing, the comma and everything else. I can just say insert. And the second one is writing style. If I just press on that, it'll actually give me multiple writing styles for the same sentence. There's a professional sentence, there's a casual tone, there's a social tone, there's a polite tone, and there's an emojify tone. Right, and I can just say insert and it'll get inserted. And I can also do what is called as chat translation. If I want to do that in some other app, I can just say I can actually do this chat button and right now I'm just translating that in Hindi because out of all the available languages I only know Hindi. So let me copy paste over here, and now it will actually go ahead and translate that in Hindi. As you can see, it says couldn't translate. I don't know what issue is with my phone. It actually used I actually used it for a couple of days, but since last couple of days it's not actually working for my phone. But nonetheless, it will actually work on all the other S24 phones as well. But how to get the same features in your phone for free? Very simple. Go ahead to Play Store here and download Microsoft Shift Keyboard. Just search Shift Keyboard, and this is the Microsoft Shift AI keyboard. Once you actually do that, just enable that. As you can see, I'm going to select that keyboard over here, Microsoft Shift Keyboard, and now you can do all the things that are already doing. Let me actually message the same thing. Hi, how are you doing? Now let me actually go to the pen symbol over here, which is the editor. Now this does the same thing as checking spelling and grammar of Samsung keyboard. Now it will actually go ahead and tell me, hi, how are you doing, with all the grammatical and spellings and everything else. I'll just say replace it. It'll just replace it. Now for the writing style, we have something called as tone over here. If I press on the tone, it will do the same thing what Samsung keyboard has done in the writing style. It will actually give me a professional tone, a polite tone, a casual tone, a witty tone. As you can see, professional tone, how are you doing today? Casual tone, what's up, how are you? A polite, funny, social post, witty, a lot of these things. And again, you can just say accept and it will get replaced. And again, if you want to compose it properly, you will have an additional dialog box where you can actually type whatever you want to type, and you can actually select the tone, you can select the format, you can select the length, and you can just say generate draft. It will actually generate the draft inside the keyboard as well, right? And again, it's a very good feature, right? You can just copy this and put it in whatever it is, right? So for Samsung keyboard, you have to download Microsoft Shift AI keyboard. And you know what's the funny part? This keyboard is already downloaded in my phone as one of the bloatwares. But yeah, so for Samsung keyboard, all the AI features will be available on Microsoft Shift keyboard. Now coming to interpreter. Interpreter is pretty easy. Just go ahead and enable interpreter. Let me actually clear this, or you can just talk it. Hi, how are you doing today?
Bonjour, comment allez-vous aujourd'hui?
Again, you can do the same thing using Google Translate. You can go to conversation section, or you can go back. You have conversation section over here. Go over here and go and talk, right? As you can see, it's already translated.
Viens ici et va parler, n'est-ce pas?
But again, guys, interpreter works without the internet, but Google Translate needs the internet, right? So Samsung keyboard, those things works without the internet, but for Microsoft keyboard you need the internet connection, right? Those are the caveats. But of course, you don't have to buy $1,400 or $1,500 phone or 1.5 lakh phone for you to get these features for free. And again, I won't be touching on Samsung Notes because it's pretty basic, and also I don't feel that Samsung Notes has integrated AI in a really good extent, because it's almost summarizing, correcting and translating. So let's skip Samsung Notes. And also I didn't find any other app, to be very honest, also, because no note feature or note app is that advanced as Samsung Notes app. So congrats for Samsung for that. Let's actually go to the voice recorder. Alright, let me open the voice recorder here in Samsung folder. I'll just say, hi guys, today I'm making a YouTube video about how to get the Galaxy AI features on your phone. Right? As you can see, there is some bug every time. I'm gonna stop it. Yep. I'll just say transcribe over here, English in India. I'll actually go ahead and go through the voice and transcribe it. Hi guys, today I'm making a YouTube video about the Galaxy A features on the phone, right? Yeah. Now you can also do the summary of this. Again, you have to have good enough amount of transcript for you to have a summary in the first place, right? Apart from this, what can you use? Obviously Google recorders or stock Android recorders have this feature since ages. If you're not a Google Pixel user or a Motorola user, or if your Samsung voice recorder doesn't have this feature, it's pretty simple. Go to Play Store again, download something called as Otter. Right, this is Otter. You just open that app, and once you open that Otter app, this is how it will actually feel. You can just do that. Hi, today I'm actually recording a YouTube video on how to get Galaxy AI features on any smartphone. Right, I just recorded that. Yeah, as you can see, the note is being processing. I can just open the notes, and as you can see, hi, I'm actually recording a YouTube video on Galaxy AI features on any smartphone. Right, as you can see, this is kind of more accurate than the inbuilt Samsung voice recorder. And again, the voice recorder doesn't need internet to transcribe. This needs the internet. Right, again, you also get summary for the notes. Since it's only one sentence, there's no summary. You can already also chat with the entire thing. Let's say you have 1 hour lecture, you can actually directly go ahead and chat with it. Hey, tell me the important points from this, tell me that, tell me this. So imagine your MOMs getting so much more useful than before. Right, so for Samsung voice recorder, you have this app called Otter. For Samsung internet, so what exactly AI features that Samsung internet has? Simple, just making summaries of articles. So if I go back here and go here, let me actually go to this article, Mark Zuckerberg risks his life, and this is a pretty long article. I don't have this much time to actually read the entire article. So what I'll do is that there are 3 star marks here, right? 3 star dots over here, and then just go over here, press it, and just say summarize. It'll actually give me the summary in like 3 or 4 simple bullet points. 1, 2, 3 points, it's done. If you want even more detailed summary, you can just say here, go over here, go to detailed, and just press done. Right, now it will give you a more detailed summary. Right, again I'll switch back to concise or standard, small summary. Again you can go back, I can open this one, this particular article, just go to summarize, and then I'll get a summary. So like that, within 1 minute I can read 3 to 4 articles instead of spending 4 minutes on one particular article. Right, so this is the summary feature, and of course you can also translate this feature into other languages as well. But now, how to get this feature on your smartphones? Pretty simple. Go to Play Store, download something called as Bing, not Bing, but Edge browser. Again, it's a Microsoft Edge AI browser. Once you do that, you can just open that up, and let me go to the home screen here, guys, and just search AI news just to get some articles. Once we have the news, there's a CNET article. Let me open that article. As you can see, it's a pretty big article. Now I need a summary of this article, just like how Samsung internet has does it. Simple, click on this blue button over here, which is nothing but Microsoft Copilot, and then once you press that, just say generate a page summary. Once you do that, it will actually go ahead and read the entire article and gives you a page summary, and that too it is based out of GPT-4. GPT-4 is generally $20 a month, along with the taxes that your government has in your country. Without doing that, you're getting the free access of ChatGPT-4 as well.
Here is a summary of the current page. AI and accountability.
As you can see, it also narrates it out to you, which Samsung browser doesn't do. Right? See, here's a summary of it. If I want even more detailed summary, I'll just directly ask it. Give me a more detailed summary, please. Now it will actually go ahead and give me a even more detailed summary. Or I can go one step ahead and
here is a more
I can go one step ahead and directly ask questions related to this article for the, for this particular chatbot. You can do the same thing with any article, not only this article. Let's go to this Forbes article. Right, it's a pretty big article with a lot of ads. Let me go to press this button again, which is Microsoft Copilot. I can just go generate page summary again. It's actually going through the content again and generates a page summary for me.
Here is a summary of the
see, AI and copyright traceability. Again, the same thing what Samsung internet does, but it's even better because it's using ChatGPT-4. You can directly do a lot more things. You can directly ask it questions regarding articles. It actually is narrating out to you. We also have the voice typing features. You have multitude of things, right? So that is the Samsung internet. So these are all basic features, quality of life features, pretty good. But here is the deal: the photo editor. There's a generative edit feature. There are a lot more features, guys. Let me actually open my camera And this is my setup. Let me just take a photo over here. I'm going to open that photo in the gallery app. I'm going to go to edit, and here as you can see 3 stars in the left hand side. Just click on it, press OK, and let's say I just draws a line around it. It got selected. Now I can either make it bigger and just say generate. I mean, it's not a heavily computationally heavy thing. I'm just dragging something and pulling it bigger, but again it's doing with AI. But this feature needs internet connection, guys. All other features don't need internet connection, of course, from summarizing articles, which needs internet for the article in the first place. But this feature, the AI feature for photos, you need internet connection. As you can see, this is the original and this is the edited one. Let me actually go back and discard this, and let me actually go back here and select this, just remove this, and see how it will erase the object or replace the object with some other object, right? Again, it will take some time, and you need internet connection for this to work, even on the Samsung S24 series, right? So let me actually wait. See, it actually replaced it with something else. I don't know what exactly it replaced it with, but it is something, but it is good enough. This feature is really good enough. If you want to directly erase that object, what you can do is that you can discard this, go to edit again, go here and go to object eraser. Here you can actually select the object. It didn't select properly. You can actually select the object and just say erase. Now it will actually erase the object completely, and as you can see, let me press done. Let me just save it. See, this is the original picture. This is the original picture. This is my clock, and here this is the original picture, and here is the removed picture. As you can see, it's not that great because of the shadows. Generally it works great with the uniform backgrounds, if the background is really uniform with not a lot of complex shadows or textures. As you can see, it has followed the same patterns of my curtain. It also has actually extended the wire which I have, extended the table that I have. It's pretty good, but you know, you can see the shadows are kind of messed up, and you can see something is removed from there. But again, this feature needs internet connection, right? But how to get this feature or even better feature in your smartphone, that too for free? You want to know that? Simple. Go to something called as firefly.adobe.com. Adobe Firefly is just an AI model, just like Midjourney and other Playground or Stable Diffusion or a lot of these things. So I'm going to firefly.adobe.com, sign into your account, and here as you can see, you can say text to image, or you can actually do generative fill. Let me go to this generative fill, and then you can see there's an option to upload an image. I'm going to upload the same image that I showed you guys, that I took it right now. And now what we will do is that we will just replace it, and then just say remove. Of course, this also needs internet, and it takes a couple more seconds. And now as you can see, it has replaced it with something else. Just like how Samsung did, it has replaced it with something else. I don't know what it is, but it is kind of good. If you want it, you can do it, or else you can just press on more, and it'll actually generate even more things to replace it with. Again, let us wait for some time. And now as you can see, it has replaced this with a heart cake or whatever it is, or it has completely removed it as well, or it has done with this one. Let me actually keep this and show you guys. Now this is the one. Let's go to our gallery app and compare this with the Samsung one. This is the Samsung remote tool, guys. As you can see, you can actually see the shadow or the ghost image of my clock. And now this is Adobe Firefly. It is not perfect, but this is much cleaner and much better than what Samsung actually did. So here's the comparison, guys. Right? So this is definitely much better than what Samsung is actually giving us. And again, I can just keep this and edit it, or I can also add new things according to my own wish. So let's say, oh, let me actually clear that. Let's say I want to add uh, a wooden dog toy or dog statue, and press generate. Here it will actually go ahead and place a dog statue, because that's what I said, right? And then it actually look almost as real as possible. Let us wait here for some time because it has to process the image. As you can see, we have multiple variations here. 1, 2, 3. I think this one looks way more realistic because it has added the shadows also. As you can see, it has added the shadows of the dog also. I can just press keep over here, and then see here guys, this is what Samsung has did. This is what Adobe Firefly can do. You can add whatever you want to in the image as well, right? And obviously you can actually save this. You can actually save this and download that. As you can see, you can copy the image or download the image, and it will directly get downloaded into your phone, right? Preparing the image, and now it will actually get downloaded. As you can see, it's already downloaded. So apart from this, you also have one more AI feature for images. If I go to my wallpapers, and just go to change wallpaper, here we have a generative wallpaper option where I can actually select multiple things. Let's say I want terrain, or let's say, yeah, terrain, surreal beach, let's say realistic. Instead of beach, again the options are very limited over here. I can only select these things. I can't actually write my own prompt to generate it, right? Let's say forest, realistic forest in the shades of, you can select a color, in the shades of coral, right? And before I actually hit generate, I want to show you something. Let me copy this same prompt. I copied it, and I'm just hitting generate. Now let's see what exactly Samsung will give us. The wallpaper, a realistic forest wallpaper. These are pretty good actually. I'm not gonna lie, these are really good. But let's actually copy the same prompt which I already copied, but I'm just doing it again. Let me actually copy the prompt. Go back to Adobe Firefly, and here I have something called as text to image. Just go to generate, and here I'm gonna copy paste the same prompt, realistic forest and shades of coral. And now we can actually go here and see, select the aspect ratio, select the visual intensity, content type. You have much more options, and of course I can generate anything over here. And as you can see guys, this looks much more better than Samsung. Of course it's not realistic. I don't know why it didn't do realistic, but of course if you say Samsung's also, it doesn't feel realistic. It looks, it's kind of oil painting or something like that. I think this looks kind of realistic, but other things are not that realistic. But all the 4 options are the same thing. Some canopies of some plants or trees. But here this looks much more better. And again, you can comment down in the comment section which looks much better. And again, what you can do, you can actually go ahead and download this image, and then go and apply that as your wallpaper. Pretty simple, right? Just go to open, and then this is what it is. You can just say open with and go to the gallery section, set as wallpaper. Done. You don't need this inbuilt feature of Samsung because it's very limiting. Done. The image that you're seeing, the wallpaper that you're seeing is also generated by Samsung own AI. This I really liked it. Sometimes it's a hit, sometimes it's a miss, but again, always this Firefly is much better than whatever Samsung can give us. So here is it guys, all the Galaxy AI features on my Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra on your phone, that too for free. Just to recap, let me go to my settings over here again. Here in the phone section, there's no different app for real-time translations, but for the text calls there's an app called as Truecaller, that too the premium version, which is 150 rupees a month. Apart from that, for Samsung keyboard, all the AI features for Samsung keyboard, you'll get the same features from Microsoft Shift AI keyboard. For interpreter, you can actually download Google Translate. For voice recorder, you can actually go ahead and download Otter. For Samsung Internet, you can actually go ahead and download the Bing AI, Microsoft Edge AI browser for that. And for photo editor, you can actually go ahead and log into firefly.adobe.com. Right? These are all the AI features that you're gonna get for free, and you don't have to buy a very expensive $1,400 phone or 1.5 lakh, 1.4 lakh rupees phone. Right? But again, does it mean Samsung is actually lying to us? Not exactly. Buy this phone not for the AI but for the excellent cameras, for the excellent display, for the fantastic battery life. Buy the phone for these features. I didn't buy the phone for AI. I bought this phone just to experience the premium flagship of an Android in the Android ecosystem. Alright? If you're trying to buy this phone only for AI, please don't buy it, because I showed you all the AI features how to get it in your phone. The only caveat is you need internet connection. Samsung phone doesn't need the internet connection, not for photo editing features but for other features. Right? That's the only difference, guys. So I think that's a good enough that's a good enough trade-off if you're not paying $1,500 out of your pocket. Right? So don't buy this phone for AI. I never seen a single article or a single video out there on YouTube or on the internet that actually tells this. I got so fed up with watching a ton of videos and no one is actually mentioning this, so I took it in my own hands and recorded this. And again, I'm not blaming any YouTubers or any journalists, because at the end of the day, they're just doing the job, and most of them, 90% or 99% of the people, don't even know that these kind of apps exist. Since I'm in this field, since I'm in the AI field, I know a lot of these things. So that's it, guys. Next video I'll be actually uploading the actual review of Samsung S24 Ultra. I'm actually not liking this phone in a couple of reasons, in couple of ways. I'll be giving you a very detailed reviews and the kind of bugs and the kind of things that I actually encountered with this. Right? With that, thank you so much for watching a lengthy video, and if you really like the video, click the like button, subscribe to my channel, and comment below what do you think. How did you feel after turning your smartphone into the first AI phone, guys? Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one.